preacher in the name of education. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are words inscribed in the Declaration of Independence by this nation's founding fathers. I can tell you as a proud education support professional, one of 40,000 working across our great commonwealth, that at this very moment our pursuit of happiness appears to be very threatened. For years we have petitioned and met with our respective school boards in an effort to save our jobs and improve our salaries. Now, after many years of deliberating and after finally seeing some improvement, the proposal to cap funding proposed by Governor Kane may cause some of us to take 2 steps back while others of us lose our jobs. Losing our jobs will affect our households as well as our schools on a whole. Reducing and eliminating school support staff will place a severe burden on classroom teachers who are already faced with responsibilities that interrupt the attention that can be given to their students. Moreover, the students that we serve on a daily basis will suffer tremendously because our teachers cannot do it alone. Virginia schools are currently struggling to provide the services that our students so desperately need and deserve, and any cuts in state funding will make this much harder. The need for education support professionals must have been recognizable to the state government in years past. Had it not been, these cuts would have surfaced long before now. Cutting education by $370 million annually will leave a permanent mark on all students in Virginia's public education system, especially those who are from families with a low income. These students need the services of the guidance personnel who are there and who are responsible for SOLs and other pertinent testing and who will soothe a student with a troubled mind. They need the services of the school social worker and attendance clerk who will work with at-risk students to keep them in school. They also need the services of our security guards who protect our students and buildings and maintain order. I serve as a bus driver and a special education paraprofessional. If I did not get the students to school, there would be not anyone there for the teachers to teach. If the dietary personnel did not prepare nutritional meals to serve to our students, they would not have the strength to be alert and attentive in class. If the secretaries did not take over the office, the entire administration would be in disarray. If the custodian did not keep the building sanitary and environmentally friendly, the health department would shut the buildings down. I tell you, our ESPs are integral to the school. I realize that our nation's economy has a negative effect on the state of Virginia, but I urge you not to make detrimental cuts in funding that will lead to job loss for many. This will cause many of my colleagues across the state to have to rely upon governmental assistance and family and friends just to make ends meet. This is not self-sufficiency, rather this is forcing people into poverty, and as educators we cannot and will not stand by and idly allow this to happen. Legislators, if you are listening, I urge you to examine this proposal in depth and understand the negative impact that it will have on educating students and the many households that will be affected throughout this great state of Virginia. I urge the Board of Education to stand in support for those that you represent by demanding that the General Assembly and the Governor support all of our employees and students at any and all costs. Many education support professionals develop relationships with students because we can give them more of the individualized attention that they need. Now, this is not an attempt to discredit our teachers. However, due to the fact that they are inundated with so many responsibilities, they cannot devote the time that the education support professional can. We feel the roles of parents when children are in our schools and on our buses. We have wiped noses and have dried many tears. We have offered a listening ear, and we've been understanding when sometimes the student was not comfortable opening up to anyone else. Now, as I close this evening, just picture a child who has befriended a bus driver. Picture the child who has befriended dietary personnel. Picture that child who has befriended clerical support or custodian. Just picture this child's face on the day when they look for Miss Judy and are told that she no longer is employed here. Imagine the disappointment and abandonment this child must feel simply because of some elected official's recommendation. As I leave you this afternoon, and as you ponder a decision in your upcoming meetings, I urge you to imagine some single parent working as an education support professional, struggling to provide shelter, food, and health care for their children, being told that they are no longer employed. So with that, I urge you not to support the caps for funding for education support staff. I urge you to empathize with those of us who are in jeopardy of losing our jobs. I urge you to search deeper to find the money necessary to support the upcoming budget. And lastly, I urge you to do what is just and right for the constituents and the students that you represent. Thank you.